Hi guys, welcome to The Drop. I'm Maha and today we're discussing Peaky Blinders. I have Zayan with me. Hi Zayan.
Hello Maha.
So they're back after a hiatus. It's around 1929 and it's the rise of fascism and the economic crisis. How did you find the series so far?
Well, you know what? Generally, Peaky Blinders, I really liked the chronological order that they've gone in.
Yeah.
The series started off right after the end of the First World War, and now over the 5 seasons, they've built up to the point that fascism is on the rise. The stock market just crashed, and there's an underlying tension within the atmosphere. Big changes are coming, and I think in one or two more seasons, they'll probably be showing us the very dawn of the Second World War. So in that context, I really like the show.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
speaking of fascism, a new character, Oswald Mosley, he supports this, right?
Yeah, Oswald Mosley is the new big bad
guy.
Yeah, he's the big bad guy this season. And the thing about him is that he's a very different character from previous villains. The way Peaky Blinders, they progress, they usually got in conflict with street gangs, but he's an MP.
Yeah.
Even in last season, when Luca Changreta, he was a hitman. So it's a very different playing field for Thomas Shelby, to be honest. He's an MP fighting for power with another MP who wants fascism to rise. And the thing about fascism is that even historically, if you talk about fascism, the characters that actually developed fascism, for example Hitler and all, they were great orators.
Absolutely.
Right? They had this passion within themselves that they could get the audience all riled up, and that is exactly what they've shown in Peaky Blinders.
With his speeches.
Yes, with his speeches are passionate, it gets people going. His underlying tone that implies that Britain first, finally the Wall Street has crashed, the Americans have betrayed us, the Jews have betrayed us, and now it's time to put Britain first. That, in my opinion, goes very beautifully with how things actually went down in real life.
And you know, linking him with Hitler, the Billy Boys are a bit like the SS, wouldn't you say?
Yes, the Billy Boys are a bit like the SS, not entirely, because the SS was more bureaucratic.
Yeah.
In form, it was a proper organization. The Billy Boys are more or less thugs, but the Billy Boys, the impact they have on the story overall, that's really nice. That gives a very nice twist to the story, especially if you consider what happened at the end, which is usually not how all previous seasons of Peaky Blinders have ended.
Yeah, and speaking of new characters, wouldn't you say Michael's wife went a little, she was wasted as a character in this season?
You know what, I agree. Michael's wife, the way she was introduced, the way she was presented, we don't know a lot of backstory into her, and she wants to get involved in the business and all. That character has a lot of room for development, but they did not for some reason. But I guess that's because they're probably saving her for the next season, I guess, that character development, that part of her character development.
And tell me, what is going on with Arthur? He's gone absolutely psycho at the moment.
As a character, it's always been like this. Tommy is doing something important, and Arthur has his own little problems that are driving him crazy every season after season. Even in this season, Arthur was going crazy for his life.
He's getting more and more brutal when he slits the person's eyes, and
obviously he's getting more and more brutal. He has his own personal problems. Even Michael says that Arthur needs help, and in my opinion, over the years they have been really developing his character in that projection that yes, Arthur has problems and Arthur needs help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, everyone's fighting their own battles, right? Tommy's fighting fascism, Arthur is fighting his insecurities,
mental health
and his insecurities, I guess, with his problems with his wife and all. So yeah, he's having a little journey of his own, I guess.
Absolutely. Do you feel that it had a fitting ending or no?
Well, when it comes to the ending, this season has been different from the previous seasons. Every season had a villain, and Tommy ultimately trumped him at the end of the season. This was more of a cliffhanger. The story of Oswald Mosley and Thomas Shelby hasn't ended. There are a lot of things to actually look forward to in the coming season, because
what do you expect in the next season then?
Well, probably it will be an all-out confrontation between the two people, because this season Thomas was like, he was trying to support him and like sell him out to stop fascism, to break it from the inside. But from my experience with the show, I think this is just the build-up to the next season, where they'll probably go for an all-out war. And this won't be street thugs going out at war. This will be two MPs, members of parliament, going out at war. So it'll have a very political dimension to it. And that is something I really look forward to.
And out of 10?
I'll give it a solid 8 or 9.
Really? I would give it maybe a 7.
me giving it an 8 or 9 is not just because of the story. It's about the experience. The
Yeah.
show overall, I've always loved the experience of watching it.
Yeah.
The cinematography, the soundtracks, and everything. I just love the experience, the setting, the characters, the wardrobe. That all for me builds up and makes it a better story, regardless of how the story progresses. Because I cannot give a final verdict on how the story progresses because it was a cliffhanger. So
Zayan, tell us. Come on, give us a spoiler. Who's back?
well, my favorite Peaky Blinders character, Alfie Solomons, is back. He isn't dead, guys. Tommy couldn't kill him.
He is alive.
Yeah. He shot him in the face, but he still survived. That guy, by far my favorite character.
Yes. Thanks so much for being on the show today. That's all for today, guys. Stay tuned for next time. You are watching The Drop.
We're really excited to share fantastic content with you
On all the fun topics.
Please subscribe to our channel by
clicking on the subscribe button below.
by order of the Peaky Blinders.